Yeah, I want to first of all thank you guys for tuning in to the Art of Sound live show. I am KJ. I do these videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. I had a little issue today, so I'm doing this video again. So I have to announce that because I had some people watching. So we're going live. We're trying this again over again, and we hope that the audio problem is solved. Let's okay. Seems like it's going great so far. So let me let y'all in on something. All right. Okay. The title of this this video or this show here is making a beat using bare minimum stuff. I know that's not the title, but making a beat with what you got, but using with what you have. You don't need all of this stuff that you think you need, and I'll explain my reason why. But first, before we go any further, I'd like to let y'all in on something that K Sound is doing. I am proud to announce that we are starting a new education platform. Yeah, it's not really a new education platform because we already been doing it. The channel is dedicated to it, but we're starting something and we're going in a different direction, if you will. All right. The name of this concept is Art of Sound University. All right. We are becoming more and more of this learning tool tutorial type. This is our area, and I constantly get emails upon emails upon emails about a lot of it being some of the same questions, but asked all types of ways. And we just want to go a little bit more in depth and further. And I can actually show you guys from start to finish to a product, all the way to the part where you submit it off to the people you work with, your clients or studios or whoever who's requesting your music. All right. So there is a series of videos that's 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 being set up this way. We are planning to release it sometime this month in February 2015. All right, so I want you guys to stay tuned with that. You can actually visit the website. There's more information on the website. It's actually the first thing on the site itself. It takes you straight there, actually. So you really have no excuse. The first thing on the site, Art of Sound University, is the very first thing. You can either click here or you can click the blog, and the blog will take you there as well. But this is more information if you want more information about what we're doing and how we are set up. I give a brief detail in here in the description as to what it is I'll be talking about. Just pretty much music production stuff. Put in your email, put your first and last name in there so I can know who you are. And as soon as we release that information, it will be available to you as soon as we launch. All right. Again, I'm doing that this month. This is something we doing. The Art of Sound University. We're going into and a little bit deeper into this education thing, and the whole idea behind it is to help beginners, intermediate, some advanced people. If you guys are open, some it's a lot of advanced people that too high to come down and learn a thing or two, or it might be something that I say that'll refresh with what you already know, and or teach you something different that you do know, but it's just a faster or slower route. I don't know. However you look at it. I'll be using Logic Pro X. That's my choice of DAW, which stands for Digital Audio Workstation. That's Music 101. That's free. I'm not going to charge for that. Thank you very much. You guys should already know that. I've answered. I came across that question a few times. What DAW you work in, man? What DAW? What does that mean? What you mean, DAW? What's that? Yeah. So digital audio workstation is what it's called. Logic Pro, Bitwig, Pro Tools, Reason, Studio One, Fruity Loops. Softwares like that. We call those DAW. Um, my DAW choice happens to be Logic Pro X, but that's not to say that if you are able to live person, you can't learn from these videos. All right. I think I think the whole concept is learning how to produce a beat or a song. Um, there will be audio, singing, things like that. I want to show you guys how it's done, all the way from production. You know what I mean? A full blown production song, a song. Get it prepared. I'm gonna show you guys that in the first series. It's going to be the first series. I'm not really sure what I want to call it yet, but there will be several series. You know what I mean? Several videos. Um, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, playlist or whatever, that I'll be uploading and showing you guys what the deal is. There may I will also have a segment on the machine studio here, producing the song all the way to straight using the machine. Now I do a lot of these on my artist sound shows anyway. Every Thursday, showing you guys different techniques or whatever. But these videos will be really detailed, showing you step by step all the way, and you get to see the screen up close. And you know what I mean? I'll have it set up where you guys can really see and see what I'm doing. It'll be professionally done. Don't worry about all of that. You'll be able to see, you'll be able to hear me. Hopefully, you won't have any audio problems like I just had on doing this earlier. All right. So that's the first thing I want to acknowledge. And once again, I just want to thank everybody who watches my shows. You guys have shown me nothing but love and dedication, and I definitely appreciate it. All right. So getting into the title for this video, um, these videos can be lengthy, just to let you guys know. So these usually are like hour and a half or something like that, only because these are live shows. Sometimes I may get a question, which I need to check to see if anyone asked the question or not. Okay. So yeah. I also thought that my yeah, y'all see that? Yeah, that's new. That's I want y'all to see that. Yeah, I was working on that, and I know you guys saying like, man, he changing a little lower third signs of it, like almost all the time. But yeah, um, I like that one. We're gonna go with that. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're actually going to dive straight into the subject, which is making a beat. How to make a beat, or making a beat using what you have. I've actually recently answered a question just a few minutes ago on my Facebook. New sounds, we don't, you know, new sounds are great, for they people learning, blah blah. There's nothing wrong with getting new sounds, getting new plugins. All right, they are great. Companies spend millions and millions of dollars into these plugins and product sounds and different things like that, and they put them in front of our face, hoping that we'll buy it and support this product. All right, that's a great thing. You know what I mean? The company make money, great. We happy with what the sound, what the result is, because it sounds different from what we already have. You know what I mean? So these companies, they spend time and money producing a product to sound a little bit different from what we have, but they're really all the same if you really think about it. But we're not gonna go. That's a whole nother video. But my whole point is, in order to be an effective producer, let me make sure my audio is straight, because I hate to go into something and lose. You know. Okay, I'm straight again. In order to be a effective producer, beat maker, songwriter, music engineer, an artist, just a person in general, you don't need a lot of stuff to do what you need to do. Sometimes you have everything you need in front of you, but you just don't know it. All right. You just have to take a little time and work out, some things and figure it out. You know what I mean? Just think about it. Back in the day, the Beatles, what did they use to produce a record? I'm sure, I'm almost positive they didn't use Logic Pro X. You know what I mean? If there was a Pro Tools out, it was probably very basic, entry level, just dabble into something. But I doubt it highly that it was a Pro Tools back then. You know what I mean? They had big analog stuff in their studios to the point where some of that gear, I believe, had to be installed with the studio as it was being built because them long boards or whatever the case may be, them big tape machines or stutter machines, them things are heavy. They cost money. They can't fit on the UPS trucks. It had to be customly designed, or it had to be, you know what I mean, on a certain type of truck to get that stuff to the studio and install it with the studio. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing that came off. Look through a catalog or online and find something. I want that and put in an order online and they ship it to you. Nah, it wasn't like you can go to the nearest guitar center and say, "Oh, can I get a Logic Pro up there?" Yeah, that way up there at the top, right behind Bitwig. You know what I mean? And then bring all that stuff. You purchase it, put it in the bag, a bag light enough for you to carry with one hand outside the door and go home and plug it up and everything. You know what I mean? It wasn't that simple back then. It was, well, it was simple, but as far as obtaining these type of equipment and the ability to or access to this stuff wasn't that quite simple. You know what I mean? You had to have money actually to be able to do what they do, which is recording back in the day. Technology has made it so crucial. So it's just so much better now that we can afford stuff like this. But if you can see in your video, you know, you might be looking at me on your phone or on your iPad or on your laptop or something like that. This is really bare minimum of what I had. Now I was in another location, which was that was a little bit bigger. And I had more stuff. I had my drums. I still have access to that area, but I moved to somewhere more simple, more basic. You don't need a bunch of stuff in order to do what you got to do. All you need is a keyboard, a small keyboard, a laptop, iMac, whatever. This is the iMac here. This is the 27-inch because I like my screen big. Computer all in one. I don't. My space is very limited, which that might be the case for most of you guys. You don't have a big, huge room where you can hold, big live uh, sessions where there's a live organ there, or you got room enough for a harp in there. You got space enough for everybody to sit down. Orchestra, ensemble, a string section. You don't have that type of space. You have a little, you know what I mean? And in your little space, you can make hot records. You understand what I'm saying? That's my whole point. You don't need every plugin that hit the market. You don't need all the sound that came. All of this stuff came in within your DAW and on your computer. All right. I know producers right now, literally right now, who's making hits using a free software called Fruity Loops. Absolutely. Some of the songs you hear on the radio are produced in programs like Fruity Loops, Garage Band. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need all of this stuff. Logic Pro is great. I love Logic Pro. But no matter what program you have or what you're working with, you can do with what you got. You know what I'm saying? Everything is in access. You have everything. You just need to take a little time and go in and hit on some of those plugins that came with the program. You know what I mean? It came with the program, and just turn some knobs, click a button, play around with something, add two sounds together, make up something new, something different, because that's all they doing now when they release new sounds. All they doing is adding stuff, tweaking stuff, and sell them to you. Now, not knocking those people who like new sounds, new plugins because of the different things that they do, because I am that way. I like to stay on top of the latest stuff, blah blah blah. But I'm saying, like, I know a lot of people who knock over stuff trying to get to the latest stuff. You don't have a budget for it, nor do you have the skill, or I'm not gonna put you down like that, but some people, Some people think they need this stuff in order to produce better records. Put it like that. And I'm telling you, you don't. You can use Reason. Everything that comes with Reason. You can use Studio One. The basic stock plugins. You know what I mean? You don't need none of that stuff. All of this, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And if you learn how to maximize what you know and the stuff that's in your system now, then it's like you training yourself and you bettering yourself. You making it a better situation for yourself, and then you can move on and get something and then maximize with what you got. It's like baby steps. You know what I mean? Let's go a little deeper. All right, I'm just playing around with, and I was like, testing. Okay, check one. Apparently, I'm not able to move around like I need to. That's weird. That's really weird. Well, anyway, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna play around with some stock stuff that came inside of Logic, so you guys can see how you can create. I'm gonna take an empty instrument track and I'm gonna fix this problem. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna take an empty instrument track and I'm gonna pull up one of the plugins that came with Logic. Let's pull up. Let's see which one is famous. Sculpture is a famous Logic program. It's been here since I can remember, and it always look good when you come in here. Now, I do admit that certain sounds will motivate you to go in a certain way. Now, I'm not gonna knock that because it happens for me. But you can go in here and just play around with some of these settings and come up with a new sound. You know what I'm saying? As you saw what I did, you saw that I changed. Let's see, this material to a. I'm hating that I have to keep switching. I like to talk and that's what I was doing before, but somehow I need to redo something in order for you guys to hear me as I play along. Some of the settings changes. I did the new update, 10.1. So I'm gonna see quickly if I can kind of change something around. In this area, I was able to see the monitor, and the monitor should have been enabled. Independent monitoring level. I don't know if that's it. Nope, that's not it. Independent lot. I don't want to record software monitor. Okay, that wasn't it. Um, okay, let's try that. Check one. Oh, I fixed it. Input monitoring only for focus tracks and record enabled track. Wow, that's crazy. All right, so now I can talk as I show you guys what I'm talking about. Well, yeah, show you guys. Yeah, there we go. You know what I'm saying. Change the resonance. Take the filter off. And this is a pad that I saved myself because I like. And get that mellow, the hollow, whatever you call it. I just moved my mod wheel. I think it sounds better with a reverb on it. There might be a reverb in here, or I could change the decay. You can barely hear it. Usually inside these plugins, there's a level. So that's mono, legato. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just play around with the settings. That's this is all I do. I use the same stuff. I have contact. I have complete ultimate stuff. 9. 9 Ultimate. I don't have 10 yet. There's a few things in there that I like, and it would be the reason why I get it, but I haven't updated yet. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Sound like my decay is going faster than the tempo, but let's see how that came out. Now I could do one or two things. I can change the tempo, or I could change my decay. I mean my delay timing, but I think it's too slow anyway. So that sounds pretty cool, actually. Okay, too much feedback. Okay, now it's syncing. Now I don't like how it's clashing with the other note as I go to the other note. But guys, this is really all I'm showing you. You can use what you have and create something pretty cool. Let's turn the feedback down. You know what I'm saying? Just maximize with what you have. That's the whole idea. Go up here, create another track. And if you have Logic Pro X, you are enjoying some of the new hot updates. They added some really cool stuff in here. So that's more stuff available to you right there, just having Logic Pro X, you know, with the new update 10.1. They gave over 200 sounds to help you do this thing called production. All right. As soon as you activate that plugin, if you notice on the side, you can actually resize this here. Time to resize it, make it bigger. There we go. It takes you to some of these presets here. And, you know, you can switch the drum kit that you're using. Like to know what happened to the first kick. It didn't record. 2, 3, 4. Just glue that together. Alright, let's quantize that. Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. And we can actually turn on the collapse tool here, and now we can only see what we just imported just now. Let's bring back the other window. Say let's do some more work on that kick. Just go ahead and play around with it. Want a little more? Yeah, I want a little body in there, a little presence. Yeah, I brought it down to what's that? A sharp. Now it's at A. Little distortion. You understand what I'm saying? You can get in, do that. You can actually trying to do. I gotta reset my key commands because somehow they not working now. But I could duplicate this here to another track. I want to duplicate this. Man, I should be able to only. This is crazy. Let me see if I could do it like this. Okay, cool. All right. So I duplicated that, and no, that's the wrong plugin. That's not the plugin that I want. Let's go back to the top. I duplicated that, and let's exit this. Oh, it's definitely making it. Oh wow, I see what it did. This is different. But anyway, guys, you see my point. It didn't necessarily duplicate the track. It duplicated another instance, and it didn't bring over the actual the track itself. But what I was gonna do was what I usually do when I duplicate something. I you know what? I think it was just that instrument that wouldn't let me duplicate. Yeah, that's what it was. My duplicate uh key command works. It just wouldn't let me do it on this instrument. But what I was gonna do was keep that and go to another kit and stack that and see what that sound like and kind of do some tweaking there. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying. This is what I've just been trying to point out, you know, to you guys. You know, you don't need a lot of stuff to do what you need to do. All right, so you can do some amazing stuff with bare minimum. I got to get out of here. It's been great. Check the website ksound.com. Check out the blog. Put your email in there. All right, and stay tuned with what we have going on. Remember, art of sound is not a job. It's not a job. It's a lifestyle. All right, I'm out of here.